Yo, the leaks are here. Oof, yo, Boruto Chapter 80 looking fire, fam. Woo! I am so hyped right now, especially with what happened in this chapter. My girl has got it. My girl has finally got her Mangekyo Sharingan. Yo, that shit is eating me right now. I'm like, yo, I can't believe it. My girl got the Mangekyo Sharingan, bro. And it's in the shape of the sun. Bruh. They foreshadowed us her Mangekyo Sharingan for the longest time. And boom, it happens now. You know what that means? Her Mangekyo Sharingan was awakened in the sadness of love. Alright? I don't care what anyone says. It is the sadness of love. Alright? In this chapter, Sarada was telling Sasuke to help Boruto. She desperately was begging Sasuke, even though Sasuke had fallen for Ida's trap. And Sarada being Sarada, she was begging Sasuke, like, help Boruto. He didn't do any of this. It was basically tearing her apart. And what Momoshiki said is true, that those who are not affected by the omnipotence are affected the most, especially their mental well-being. So Sarada couldn't take it that everybody was blaming Boruto, and it awakened the Mangekyo Sharingan. Yo, you guys understand how fucking hyped I am for that? Yo, my girl got her Mangekyo, man. The only thing that's going in my mind right now is how's the anime gonna do this? Bro, in the anime she still has her 2 tomo, while in the manga she has a Mangekyo Sharingan by the end of part 1. So I don't understand what the hell is gonna go on between the anime and the manga in that sense. Like, is the anime gonna do a 3 tomo when they come back from the hiatus? Or are they gonna straight give her the Mangekyo Sharingan right at the end of this arc? Because this arc is extremely short, and we're already at the end of chapter 67-68 in the anime. So there's only 12 more chapters, and boom, it's done. Now the other thing is, the Boruto manga might be going to a time skip as well, because chapter 81 is supposed to be something big. According to Abdul Zodiac, the last chapter says, I'm getting ready for the next part of my story, or whatever it is. So it's possible the time skip might be coming. Again, this raises questions. How is Sarada gonna get her 3 tomo and her Mangekyo? Unless they're gonna bypass the 3 tomo in the anime and go straight Mangekyo, that might be a possibility. Something similar to Kakashi and Obito. But getting on with the spoilers, alright, that's the main shit here. Yo, the cover page starts off with Sarada, and in the subtitle says, with one owns will and eyes. Title says, if it's my dad or dad would. That's what Sarada is saying. And we have Sarada here with her glasses off, her back pose and everything, and we can see closely that she has her Mangekyo Sharingan. Though it focuses on her this chapter because she plays a big part in telling Sasuke to go help Boruto. So then in the next panel it says Boruto is still on the run. Shikamaru asks Ida if she is sure that Boruto was the one who killed Naruto. Kawaki grabs Ida by the collar and she says yes. Shikamaru makes a public announcement saying Boruto has killed Naruto. So this tells us that everyone knows that Boruto killed Naruto. Though the only thing that gets me in this panel is the fact that Kawaki grabs Ida by the collar. So this is Kawaki already playing it rough. Now looking at Ida's expression, I don't think she low-key likes that, because she's not the type of person who will put herself down or even have herself looked down at, and she's allowing Kawaki to disrespect her like this. I think low-key she's not liking the way Kawaki is doing this, and judging by this, I do not think Kawaki will ever have feelings for her. I think Kawaki will eventually turn against her, because if he knows that she has omnipotence and she's the only one that can deactivate it, he might kill off Ida. Once he kills Ida, then who can restore the world's memories? So that shit's getting juicy. So then in the next panels it says Sarada breaks down after hearing that Boruto has killed Naruto. Mitsuki goes after Boruto. Ida asks Kawaki that does he have to go this far. Kawaki reiterates that he can keep Naruto sealed until he kills Boruto. Damon makes his entrance. So looking at these panels, you can see Sarada is basically starting to feel weary, and judging by this is the stuff that goes on to awaken her Mangekyo Sharingan, because she's being impacted that everyone is blaming Boruto that Boruto killed the 7th Hokage, and Sarada is not taking those words in right now, and she starts tearing up. So then in the next panels it says Sasuke finds Sarada. Sarada tells Sasuke that Mitsuki wants to kill Boruto. It seems like Sasuke was also affected by Ida's ability, as he considers Mitsuki's reaction to be a natural. Sumire contacts Sarada, both of whom haven't been affected. So what this tells me is that Sarada and Sumire aren't affected, and what can be one of the most obvious reasons, I think it has to do with the feelings of love and Ida's omnipotence reacting to Sarada and Sumire both liking Boruto. Because the theory I had on this, which I was gonna make a video on, is Ida wants to challenge Sarada and Sumire's feelings towards Boruto. Hence her power is not working on Sarada and Sumire, because she wants Kawaki all to herself, and she wants to see how these 2 girls will naturally go into their feelings. feelings, because Aida doesn't know what feelings are, so she wants to witness it firsthand. So deep down inside, she wants to see the relationship between Sarada, Sumire, and Boruto work out, and how they're all gonna come to accept their own feelings. Because she grew up not feeling love or anything, so she wants to see the natural ways at work. And deep down, her omnipotence is allowing that. Though the other theory was that Aida wanted friends deep down, and omnipotence allowed that, thus allowing Sarada and Sumire to become Aida's friends. Though I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna go with the most obvious one. I think the reason her powers don't actually work is because Sarada and Sumire love Boruto. Alright, as ridiculous as it sounds, the way the manga has been going, bro, it's kind of obvious, alright? With the eye cut happening, with Sarada's Mangekyo happening and everything, I think it's gonna be love. That's the only other thing I can think of that is really simplistic, because the manga is pretty simplistic in that terms where you don't expect it, but you do expect it. So I think it is because of love they're not affected. Anyways, getting back into the panels, Sasuke finds Sarada, and Sarada is basically broken down. She literally has a breakdown because the world is blaming Boruto for Naruto's death, and she can't take that. So then the next panel shows that Boruto versus Team 10. You see Boruto running, Chocho attacks him, and we have Inojin and Shikadai pull up on Boruto. Now this goes back to the manga chapter 75, when we see a glimpse of the future and we see Boruto's friends attacking him. This is the exact scenario. So then in the next panels, it says Sumire informs Sarada that this is all Aida is doing. Everyone is under her spell, but it hasn't affected her or Sarada. Sarada begins to cry. Sumire adds that the two of us are the only ones who can help Boruto. So Sumire is coming to someone's rescue. I don't know whose rescue. She might meet Boruto before he leaves, or she's coming to Sarada because they're the only two that aren't affected, and they know that if Aida does anything, she can brand these two a traitor or an enemy as well. So this goes back to a theory from a few chapters ago that Sumire and Sarada are gonna be the ones to kill Aida, and Sarada's Mangekyo is gonna play a big role against Aida's Senraigan. Though for her powers, I'm gonna talk about in a different video, because I have some stuff in my mind for her powers that might actually work against Aida's Senraigan. But looking at the last panel here, you can see Sarada's eyes are starting to go gray. This is basically her about to awaken her Mangekyo Sharingan. She cannot take that everyone has been affected but these two, and everyone is still blaming Boruto. So she is in her field right now, especially with what happens in the next few panels. Ooh, shit's about to get hectic. So it says Sarada desperately tries to convince Sasuke that Boruto isn't the bad guy, and he wasn't the one who killed Lord 7. Sasuke is still trapped in Aida's spell and tells Sarada to go home. Sarada says, "Listen dad, my first and last act of selfishness." So she is basically begging Sasuke to go help Boruto, and that Boruto is not the one who killed the 7. Look at this. This is prime affection, alright? A lot of people are gonna say, yo, Sumire this and that, but look at this. She's crying for her guy, bro. She's crying for Boruto. Like, she's in her field because of that shit. And she's basically begging Sasuke. This basically makes Sasuke think in his mind that, yo, my memories have been altered and my memories are fake, because he sees that his daughter is not affected. And honestly, I think it low-key hurts Sasuke that Sarada is crying like that. So he knows something's not right, and thus awakening her Mangekyo Sharingan, as she says, "Papa, please help Boruto." And we see her Mangekyo Sharingan in the design of a sun. So I think that confirms Sasuke's resolve that Sarada hasn't turned, and that Sasuke and everybody's memories have been altered. Because he sees that his daughter awakened the Mangekyo Sharingan, he would question what would push her that far if it wasn't for sadness and feelings. So I think Sasuke knows that his memories have been altered, and thus he goes to find Boruto. Now I want to add that was Sarada's Mangekyo Sharingan. It's been awakened from her being saddened and for her feelings on Boruto. So basically she had to be pushed this far for her Mangekyo to awaken. Now I know some might say that she hasn't seen somebody die or anything like that. I think the whole purpose of Sarada is to have her Sharingan awaken through affection or love, because all throughout the Boruto series we've seen her eyes evolve based on her resolve and based on her affection. As her first Tomo, she wanted to meet Sasuke and she was really happy to see her dad, thus she awakens the first Tomo. Second Tomo, she awakens protecting Boruto. Again, that's somebody dear to her. Third Tomo, I think she's gonna fight against Boruto and thus awakens the third Tomo. I think she's probably gonna fight Borushiki, I assume, maybe when the anime resumes. And then the Mangekyo Sharingan awakens because she's hurt that everyone is blaming Boruto for Naruto's death, and that she cannot take it. She cannot take that Boruto has become the enemy, and she really wants to help him. So her being an Uchiha, she has basically evolved her Sharingan through affection and love, rather than hatred the way Sasuke did. Now this makes me question if her eyes will make her lose her eyesight or not. Though in my opinion, I don't think she is gonna lose the eyesight. I think that's the reason why they gave her the sun. The sun will keep burning bright no matter what. Even if you lose your way or you go to the dark side, the sun will keep burning. And that's the whole point with the eyes, is that even if the eyes lose light, her eyes being the sun, her eyes will still keep burning bright no matter what. As simplistic as it sounds, it could be a possibility, because Sarada is an Uchiha who unlocked her Mangekyo Sharingan through love and affection. So this might be a different route from those who have unlocked their Mangekyo Sharingan from watching somebody die. So I think Sasuke is surprised that Sarada's Mangekyo activated because she's basically at peak sadness right now. She's basically pushed to the limits. And I remember Sasuke telling Sarada around the time she was training with him before the Deepa fight that they'll talk about the Mangekyo Sharingan another time, but Sakura telling us that somebody important has to die for her to awaken her Mangekyo Sharingan. So it was kind of a foreshadow from then till now that Sarada was going to awaken her Mangekyo Sharingan, but it went through a different route than everyone expected. Though it was kind of obvious that she was going to unlock it through love and affection or sadness, whatever it may be. So then in the next panels it says Sasuke swoops in and takes Boruto away. He tells Boruto about the time he first met him and how he became his apprentice and how they defeated Momoshiki. Ida sees all this and decides to go after Sasuke and Boruto. So Sasuke is thinking that Kawaki is the one who he met outside of Naruto's house, but way back in the beginning of Boruto. Bro, this goes to show you that Kawaki has taken everything from Boruto. This is crazy, I ain't gonna lie about that. So in the next panels, Sasuke tells Boruto that he doesn't trust his own memories because Boruto is holding his headband. Sasuke tells Boruto that he wants to trust his daughter and would risk his life to help Boruto if that's what she wants. So that's how Boruto gets the cape and the sword. I think Sasuke gives him a new sword and a new cape. Thus Boruto looks like Sasuke in episode 1 chapter 1. Sasuke from here takes Boruto and helps him go train so that he can become stronger. But this panel is also telling us that Sasuke looks at Boruto's headband and sees his own headband the time that he fought Naruto back in OG Naruto. So he knows that his memories aren't true. And he also sees that his daughter wants to help Boruto and that he's gonna trust his daughter on that matter. So we're almost at the end of this chapter, and in this translation Abdul Zodiac says Momoshiki is pissed. He says that what has happened cannot be overturned. He demands Boruto to give him his body and stay shut out forever. Boruto doesn't break and Momoshiki in a way applauds his mentality. Ida comes in to apologize. So bruh, Momoshiki is pissed that Boruto did not fall through. So low-key, what if this all was Momoshiki's plan, that he wanted Boruto to go down this dark path and he let all this happen so that Boruto would give up his body? That could be a nasty ass plan from Momoshiki, and knowing him, he probably would do that. But Momoshiki played himself because Boruto is the son of Naruto and Boruto possesses the will of fire. Boruto's will is not that easy to break. Though I ain't gonna lie, I was expecting Boruto's will to break down quite a bit. I wanted to see somebody dark and edgy for a little bit, but then maybe go back to the light later. Though that's not the case, I guess Boruto is still gonna be optimistic and shining bright no matter what happens. So getting on from that, Ida approaches Boruto and she apologizes. So I think low-key, Ida knows that she made a mistake by allowing Kawaki's dreams to come true and that Boruto never existed or Boruto is the enemy. So I think deep down she regrets allowing Kawaki to take control of her and her meeting Kawaki. Though this is not the translated copy, I'm not 100% sure what she's saying, but I'm going off the picture here and what Abdul Zodiac said. So judging by this, I don't think Ida's feelings are going to grow against Kawaki. I think low-key Ida's feelings are going to grow for Boruto. She's going to see that Boruto is shining through all this no matter what. And that's the difference between Boruto and Kawaki. Kawaki looks at everything through cheating or doing everything the wrong way. Boruto, even though he lost everything, he's still shining bright. He's still being optimistic. He's still looking forward. He hasn't lost his will completely yet. And I think low-key that is gonna shake Ida's heart and she's gonna start having feelings for Boruto. She sees that even though Boruto went through all this, he's still pushing forward. And that may low-key want her to have feelings for Boruto. And I think this is where Sarada and Sumire are gonna come into play, because if Ida does turn for Boruto, those two girls are gonna fight back against Ida. So then looking at the last few panels, it says Boruto smiles even in the face of despair and says that he has the blood of his father, mother, and grandfather running through his veins, a shinobi who has inherited the will of fire. So Boruto is strengthening his resolve again, and we saw the same thing at the end of episode 293 as well. When Boruto puts on the headband on top of the stone faces, he always makes his resolve and smiles through despair. And the same thing was in chapter 1 as well. When he puts on the headband, he says he's still a shinobi. So that means Boruto still has the will of fire. Boruto is still gonna push through. And I think the only way Kawaki is gonna have Boruto come back to the village is when Kawaki destroys the shinobi world and destroys the village. He knows that Boruto is one of the last shinobis and that Boruto's gonna keep pushing through, so he's gonna take away something dear to Boruto, and that's the village. By destroying it, he brings Boruto back. Thus, Kawaki wants to kill Boruto. Though something does happen by that time, because Kawaki does say he will send Boruto where he sent the 7th Hokage. So I think low-key Ida turns against Kawaki, and Kawaki's like, you know what, let me throw Boruto where Naruto is, and then boom, all my problems are gone. Because then who's gonna believe Boruto? The only person left is gonna be Sasuke, Sarada, and Sumire, and that's about it. So we guys let's see how that plays out. So then for the final pages, it says Boruto prepares for training to become stronger to face Kawaki. Code plans revenge, and Kawaki still wants to kill Boruto. It says side text, I will put an end to this brother fight. As a shinobi who inherited the will of fire, the story enters a new chapter. So does this mean the time skip is gonna be next? I think it's a possibility. And judging by the last panels, look at Boruto walking away. This is Boruto strengthening resolve, saying he's gonna become stronger and everything. This is it. I think this is the finale. This is the end of Boruto part 1. Boruto leaves as an enemy of the world, and he's gonna come back to take everything back and finish his fight with his brother. Now I just want to talk about the Boruto chapter and the volume. So chapter 79 was actually the end of the volume, but I think they might throw chapter 80 as the final chapter and make this volume 5 chapters. And thus when the new volume comes out, it'll start off at chapter 81, and that will be the time skip with a fresh new cover page and everything. With that being said, I want to talk about this. Now if this is the ending, I like the symbolism they did here, because the cover page for this chapter shows Sarada and the Mangekyo Sharingan. So that means when chapter 81 does come out, it's gonna have a cover page of the time skip Boruto. The symbolism here is that the story ends with Sarada and begins with Boruto. And I don't think it's a random coincidence that those two cover pages are gonna align. Because Sarada's eyes represent the sun, Boruto's Jogen represents the moon. So there's a connection between the sun and moon, her being the last cover page of part 1 and Boruto being on the cover page of the beginning of part 2. So there has to be some sort of connection there. So these spoilers were fire, alright? I am so fucking hyper right now. Yo, I still can't take it in that my girl got her Mangekyo Sharingan. I'm still having a hard time processing that right now, bruh. That shit was juicy, bruh. That shit was juicy. Now I can't wait till chapter 81. If it is a time skip, it's about to be fire, bro. I wonder how they're gonna do it. I think low-key Boruto is gonna meet Sarada in a forest somewhere, or in an area that Ida Senraigan can't see, and she's gonna tell him everything that's going on inside the village. I think that's what it's gonna be. I think Sarada and Sumire are gonna be the spies who give all the information to Boruto. Though the one thing I'm disappointed on is Sarada did not leave with Boruto. Alright, there was no reason for her to stay in the village. I thought Sumire staying there was sufficient enough, but I guess not. I guess they need more manpower. And in that sense, Sarada having her Mangekyo awaken, she's gonna train it and get stronger so that she can help Sumire, because Sumire is not the offense type and Sarada is the offense type, while Sumire is more of the defense and analytical type. Now with that being said, who's gonna train Sarada? That is a good question, and I think Kakashi is gonna train Sarada. Ikimori did state that Kakashi was gonna play a bigger part in Boruto later on, and I think in this case Kakashi is gonna be the one to teach Sarada how to use her Mangekyo Sharingan, and he's gonna know that Sasuke turned against the whole village to go help Boruto, who's an enemy. So he's gonna know that Sasuke's not lying, and he's gonna see Sarada's reaction. Thus he's gonna know everything that's happening is all fake, and that he knows his memories have been tampered. So he might help train Sarada. So that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think of all of this. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos to come.